Hey guys, good afternoon. Okay, so I don't want to take too much time on this episode. I did just want to just share my excitement. I'm loving this coffee time thing that we're doing here. It's very intimate, a very more intimate format. So I am loving this. I am going to come back with Archie's briefings tonight. So look forward to an episode of that today. But I didn't want to do a whole episode on this on Archie's briefings. I kind of just wanted to do this with you guys because I'm so excited about this. So President Trump just signed an executive order on Friday making English the official language of the United States. Now, there are some mixed reviews about this. Some people, of course, really, there's not even so much mixed reviews, right? I think everybody on the right kind of know what it is, right? I think all the America First individuals know why this is such a big deal. Whereas people on the left are saying, oh, this is just politics. This is just stupid. It's a complete waste of time. It's a waste of ink. And let me tell you why that is not the case, why they think that this is just a complete waste of time and a waste of ink. Yeah, no, it's not. And I'll say why it's not. First of all, just to give you guys some context, my background. If you're someone who has been with this channel for some time, you guys know that I'm a licensed life insurance agent, right? And last year, okay, at the top of the year of last year, I got licensed to do this. I went looking for jobs, right? So, of course, what do? You look on Indeed, you look on ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, you put your application out there, and you go through these job search engines. Well, while I was on one of these search engines and a job came into my feed, they give you all the different, green checks, red checks to let you know what you're qualified to do, what you're not qualified to do. This life insurance job opportunity came into my feed. I had all the green checks. You have great communication skills. You have 5 years of sales experience, that you are a licensed life insurance agent by the state of Pennsylvania. You've got everything that you need to be an insurance agent for this company here in Pennsylvania. So of course I click it because it says I got all the green checks. When I go to the job and I look at the for more information, it says you can't have this job unless you are bilingual. This is for bilingual speaking people only, only, only for bilingual people. I don't speak Spanish. I don't speak English. And it says, of course, that it's because they service mostly Spanish speaking individuals that don't speak English. And I thought to myself, this is absolutely ridiculous. And it discouraged me from even applying to the job because now you're telling me that even if I were to apply, that you would discriminate against me because I don't speak Spanish. You're discriminating against me because I'm not a bilingual individual. And that is absolutely asinine. So, to the people on the left who say that this was just a dumb thing for Trump to do, that this was a ridiculous thing to do, that this was a total waste of ink, no, it's not. In fact, this has been a problem for quite some time. Okay, like Ann Coulter did a whole debate with Young Turk individual Anna, I can't pronounce her last name, but she did a whole debate with her a few years ago, actually, a couple of years ago. Even Ann Coulter has been saying this for years, that by prioritizing other languages over English, this hurts Black Americans. A young Black gentleman, I think he was a teenager, was denied a job at McDonald's because he didn't speak Spanish. But y'all are coming into my country. You're coming into America. I mean, this is unreasonable discrimination because you're telling me that I can't have a job in America because I don't speak a language that is not the language of the country. And so it's not foolish for Trump to say that English is going to be the official language. Now, they make it sound like it's laughable because, oh, we haven't had a policy like this. We've never had to do this in the entirety of 250 years of this country's existence. You've never actually had to have this kind of an executive order. And it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, why you should have had it 20 years ago, 30 years ago, heck, even in the 60s, okay? Because of the Civil Rights Act, no thanks to JFK. And I'm not saying that he was a terrible president, but this is one of the problems that a lot of Republicans at the time had an issue with the Civil Rights Act of 1964, was that it allowed for people who do not speak the language to prioritize their language over English. And this is where you start taking hits at the fabric of the nation. That you how are you properly assimilating into the nation if you don't speak the primary language here? That's what's so incredible to me. I was denied an opportunity, or discouraged, I would say more accurately, I was discouraged from applying to a job because I am not a bilingual person. So if I had applied, I would have been told no. And for those of you who are going to get in the comments and say, well, you weren't denied, therefore you don't have a case, you weren't discriminated against because you didn't even apply, let me give you guys a little context here. In the 1970s, the company AT&T, they were sued by a lot of women because they discriminated against a lot of women and denied them jobs because they were women. Not only did they have to make a payout to all the women who applied and got denied off the fact that they were females, but they also had to pay out the women who were discouraged from applying because they knew they would be discriminated against. So I clearly could see in the for more information that I was going to be discriminated against because I'm not a bilingual person. Just like the women knew that they were going to be discriminated against in AT&T. And they got the payout. So according to that precedent that AT&T had to pay out women who hadn't even applied because they knew they were going to be discriminated against, I got a case here. Now, I'm not saying that I'm trying to sue this company. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is that if this executive order means that moving forward, it puts companies like that life insurance company on notice, you can't tell me I can't work for you or that I shouldn't even apply because I don't speak another language. You don't get to do that anymore. Okay. This isn't a laughable thing. This isn't a small thing. This isn't a joke. Okay. We shouldn't have to pass a policy or have an executive order that says English is the priority, that English is the primary language of the country, that it is the official language of the United States. We shouldn't have to do this. But as my twin sister Asia loves to say, which I totally agree with, redundancy is for the stupid and for the corrupt. Okay? We're having to do the same thing with the birthright citizenship thing here. That if we are not being specific or redundant enough for the left, then they're going to take full, ample opportunity to undermine the fabric of the country itself. Okay? I can be told I can't have a job or that I can't apply for a certain position because I don't speak another language of another country. Who do you think you are, yo? Like, that annoys the crap out of me. And it's not something that I really thought about when I had first become a conservative. Like, I had an issue with legal immigration because I had to compete with those who were here on visas, work visas. It was outrageous. It never really occurred to me to think about the language thing until last year. Okay, because for the first time, I'd actually been discriminated against, and it wasn't because of my sex. It wasn't because I'm a Black Hispanic. Sorry, I'm getting a call. It wasn't because of any of those things. What it did, what I was discriminated against off of was something so unreasonable, like I don't speak another language. Are you kidding me? So I can't work for you because I don't speak Spanish. Understand? Yeah, I'm a Hispanic. My father's from Panama, but he came here. He came to the United States. Okay, he came here. He married an American woman. He had babies with an American woman. He had American children. When I communicate with my dad, we speak English. Okay, that's the country we're in. If we were living in Panama, I'd speak Spanish. Okay, if we were living in France, I'd be speaking French. This is America. We speak our language, which is English. That's the language that we're speaking. You don't get to tell me that I can't have a job or that I should be able to apply because I'm not a bilingual individual. Who do you think you are? So the people on the left who are saying that this was ridiculous, no, we have to be specific because it's a problem. Black individuals are unable to get certain positions. Certain Americans are not able to get certain jobs or apply to certain positions or are discouraged from applying to certain positions because they know they're going to be discriminated against off the fact that they don't speak other languages. Oh, well, because you're not a bilingual person, you can't work here. I can understand a bilingual person getting paid more. That I get. You want to pay them more? That's one thing, okay? So instead of them getting $15 an hour, they get $17 an hour. And that might encourage me to go out there and learn something more, right? I may want to go out there and learn a whole other language because it means I get paid more. But that's not what's happening here. What's happening here is that I'm being denied entirely because I'm not a bilingual person. Yeah, no. All I need to know, Mr. President, is how do you intend to enforce this? What does the citizen, the American only English speaking person, have to be able to protect and defend their rights as an only English speaking person? I'm not telling you not to speak your language. You want to speak your language in your communities, that is fine. Now I'm looking at the people of South Florida and they have mixed reviews. How are people coming into the country and they don't speak a word of English? How do they get jobs when they don't speak a word of English? How are these people able to build business in America and not hire any English speaking people? Because you know damn well that if a white person said, I'm not hiring anybody that isn't white, then that would be unreasonable discrimination and there'd be a lawsuit. That if a Black person built a business and said, I'm only going to hire Black people, then this is obvious unreasonable discrimination. That if I wanted to build a business and said, I'm only hiring only English speaking people, that's a problem. I can't say I only want to hire only English speaking people. I can't regulate in my business the language that they are allowed to speak. No, when you work for me, you can't speak your other languages in the office because I don't know what you're saying. You could be trying to steal my clients from me, okay? And when you work commission, that matters. That matters. Yeah, now you ain't about to speak your whole other language and I don't know what you're saying. because you could be gossiping about my partners, my colleagues, my other employees. You can be trying to steal customers from me, clients from me. You could be wanting to plot violence against me, other people that work here. I don't know. I don't speak your language. You don't, but if I said you can't do that here, it's a problem. Yeah, no, no, no. You can't speak other languages in the office except for English. I should be allowed to do that. That is a reasonable thing to want in America. Okay. That I can't be told that because I am an only English speaking person that I can't have this job. No, no, no. You don't get to just discourage me that way. Because understand, you guys, if this had even been a thing even last year, oh my goodness. If Joe Biden had done this last year, my circumstances would be slightly different. I wouldn't be working commission, and that this is not an easy thing. You're trying to get people insured in Pennsylvania, working commission. That's not an easy thing. It's a real task, and it's difficult to even learn when you're working from home. I would rather be working in the office, earning and learning at the same time. Okay, they could have used the fact that I am a black individual or half a black individual to reach out to other communities. It's like you could use and leverage the fact that I'm not just a Hispanic, but that I'm also a black individual. One of the biggest problems in Pennsylvania as it relates to insurance that a lot of black Americans are not getting insured. My working for you could be useful in getting you more English speaking customers. Could be useful in getting you more black individuals insured so we can solve the same problem that we can solve the problem together. But that wasn't something that they were interested in. I have experience in utilizing my universal translator, that is Google, that allows me to communicate with people who speak different languages. I mean, I did this for 5 years. I spoke with people who spoke Portuguese, Spanish, French, Mandarin, okay? Tourist Central, a bunch of different people from all over the world, and their eyes would just light up when they saw that there was no barrier that we could overcome. When I have a universal translator called Google, a tool, a piece of technology that they don't even got to pay for because it comes with the phone, yo. Like every time my phone bill gets paid, I have this taken care of. So you don't even got to worry about paying for this thing, yo. So why couldn't you have hired me? But you're discouraging me to do that because I'm not a bilingual person, as if this isn't America, as if we don't have Google Translator, as if you thought you had the right, which according to the Civil Rights Act, they can just do that. And so I'm grateful for President Trump for doing this because it's about damn time. It's about damn time. So to the left who think this is stupid, I don't know how many times you were told you couldn't work for somebody because you're not bilingual. I don't know how many times you were discouraged from applying to certain opportunities because you're not a bilingual person, but that actually happened to me. Don't talk to me about the oppression of black people and the oppression of women in the 20th century when today, last year at least, not today, but recent history, like for me, last year I was told, or at least discouraged from applying to a position because I'm not a bilingual individual. Because I'm not a bilingual person, I couldn't apply to that job. Okay? This is hurting real people. And yeah, now we got to be specific because y'all are taking way too much advantages here. Okay? You're doing it with the birthright citizenship and applying it to illegals. Now you're doing this, we don't have a specified language to the country. Up the old wazoo. You walk into a business and people don't speak the damn language. I pick up the phone for customer service and people got Indian accents. You can barely understand them, but they're giving me customer service. I don't even know what the hell you're saying, people. I don't know what you're saying. But I'm supposed to. There's something wrong with me that I'm disrespectful because I'm telling you that I don't know what the hell you're saying. There's something wrong with me. Don't tell me that I can't have this job because I'm not a bilingual person. You're not about to discourage me anymore. Making this the case, making English the official language of the country means that we are protecting the fabric of the identity of this country. Okay, because it's been picked at over time. I'm not saying that we got to go back to where America was just straight black, white, Native American. That's what we were. Okay? But it was a requirement that when you came to this country, you spoke the language. Okay? That's how assimilation works. Don't come here and not learn the language, build business, and then not want to hire anybody who doesn't speak the language that you understand that we don't. Beto O'Rourke speaking Spanish on the presidential debate stage, like the majority of the country are Spanish speaking. Like, first of all, you're pandering and it's annoying as hell. Second of all, what the hell are you saying? How do I know that you're not threatening only English speaking Americans? How do I know? I don't know what the hell you're saying. We saw that with the Democrat convention that we just saw, where they were picking their vice chairs and people were speaking Spanish and speaking Native American. We don't speak these languages. Speak freaking English, okay? Okay? I don't care about the whole, oh, it's because the white man conquered. Okay, that was over 200 years ago. I don't care about none of that, okay? I speak English. I speak English. Don't tell me I can't have a job because I don't speak your stupid ass language. Okay? I'm sorry. It's not a stupid language. Some of these languages are quite pretty. I'm sorry. I'm just a little excited and heated about this because my goodness, if this had been a thing even last year, you guys, my circumstances would be slightly different. Like, this hurts people. This hurts people. Literally. Okay? I'm not being paid by the Trump administration. I'm not being paid by America First agenda. This is just what happened. I was discouraged from working at taking on a position because I wasn't bilingual. And I've got people, some of my family, because those are the closest Democrats that I know, telling me that I just have to get over this. So you can rant and rave about the white man and how whites are privileged and all these terrible things that happened to women and blacks of last century. But here I am actively being discriminated against because I don't speak Spanish. And that's not a problem for you. So I'm telling you that these are real problems that are actually affecting my life. And it's not a problem for you. Seriously. But it's a problem if I say you don't got to worry about none of the other stuff that happened last century. You don't got to worry about not getting equal work and getting equal pay for equal work. You don't got to worry about that. That's been taken care of. Okay. That's been taken care of. Opportunities for women, yeah, that's been taken care of. Equal rights for women, yeah, you've got that, okay? With all the responsibility that comes with being in the workforce, you got that, okay? I'll tell you what, tell me that you were told that you couldn't have a certain job because you don't speak a damn language. That's unreasonable. That's unreasonable discrimination, and this solves that problem. Thank you, Mr. President. Very, very happy about that. You guys, my coffee is, it's warm, okay? It's either got to be ice cold or hot, and it's it's just not doing it for me. I got to go heat this up. But I want to thank you guys for becoming subscribers, to the new subscribers to the channel, the viewers here. I just thank you so much. I'm going to continue with this. Look forward to an episode of Archie's Briefings tonight. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about English becoming the official language of the United States. It might seem silly. It might seem a bit redundant, but it is absolutely necessary. Redundancy and being specific are for the corrupt and for the stupid, clearly. And I love this. You let me know what you think. You all have a great afternoon, great day. God bless and Kepla.